Hello students, you are on the video lecture of distribution work. In the last lecture you can understand about some important definitions and introduction. Today we are going to cover up our some late lectures. So after solving some that equation we are starting up to the new topic. Let's continue with the canal section. You can see into this screen that cross section of irrigation canal, and there are some important components like you see here: FSL, which is considered as full supply, level, freeboard, bank, filling, cutting, bed and bumps. And the component other components are side slopes, bumps, freeboard, bank, service road, back bump or counter bump, spoil bank and borrow pit. Here is the bump. You can see a horizontal distance between cutting and filling at this place is considered as a bump. Distance between the full supply lever and the topmost portion of the filling, which is considered as a bank, is considered as a freeboard. That is, cutting is the canal and filling is the freeboard. The bottom portion of the cutting is considered canal is considered as a bed. So here is your cross section of irrigation canal. Next we are going to check is a problem which is similar as we solved earlier, right? So let's understand again. So you can revise it and easily solve this question if it asks in G2 exam. So see here is the figure. You can see into the screen that find the balancing depth for a canal section having the following data. We have to find the depth of canal section, which is considered as this. Here T is your canal depth. Base width of canal is 10 meter, so the base width is 10 meter. Side slope in cutting is 1 jump 1, so side slope is considered as 1 jump 1. The side slope is banking is 2 jump 1. This is the side slope of banking, which is 2 jump 1 here. And the top width of bank is considered as 3 meter, so here is the 3 meter, right? Here is your cross section. If it will be not given in your to the exam, you have to draw it by yourself throughout this data. So let's jump towards the solution. Okay, so here is the area of banking. Don't see this juggling. Directly you can solve into your book. Use the equation to find out the area of hexagonal term like BD plus ND square. I already told you earlier that BT, B means width, D means depth, plus ND square. N is here horizontal distance of the slope, right? And D is obviously depth. So if you find out the area of banking throughout the equation BD plus ND square, banking in this equation, banking you can solve. What is the B? Here is the B banking, right? 3 मीटर का जो बेस दिया है दैट इज योर बी. डी कितना है 3 मीटर, डेप्थ 3 मीटर के, बी डी प्लस एन डी स्क्वायर. एन कितना है यहाँ पे हॉरिजॉन्टल स्लोप है, हॉरिजॉन्टल जम वर्टिकल होता है, राइट? तो हॉरिजॉन्टल है यहाँ पे 2 जम 1 है, तो एन हो गया 2 और डी अगेन 3, तो 3 3 9 एंड प्लस another 3 into 2 is 6. Sorry, here is a 3 square, so it's 9, right? So 9 into 2 it is 18, 18 plus 9, so it is 27, right? But here is both side, filling is on the both sides, so 27 is multiplied by 2, so it will be 54, right? 54 square meter. Similar equation BD plus ND square for the cutting area is a single. So what is the B? 10 meter. D is D obviously. N is 1, so N is horizontal 1. So it will be D is unknown, so there will be an equation which is as 10 plus d into d. So now we have what, two equations, 1 and 2, two values, so that we can directly compare it. From here 10 plus d into d is equal to 54, so d square plus 10d minus 54. Simply they just simplify this equation and make it, it is a linear equation, is equal to 0. So from the equation minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2, from that mathematical equation to find out the unknown. So we can get the d is equal to 3.89. If there is a sign negative, then we have to neglect that term, right? So here is the d is 3.89 meter. Finally, from this problem, this d can be solved. We can find the depth of the freeboard. Balancing depth is 3.89. Hope you can understand this. Okay, if you don't understand, please listen this video, watch this video and solve it throughout yourself, right? Without writing on your book, you will be not understand. So you have to write down this this type of numericals into your books while you are going to watch this video. Okay, simultaneously you have to write down. Next, we are going throughout the canal design types. Okay, so there are two types of design of canal. First one is drainage channel design, and another is irrigation canal design. So, if we are discussing about the designs, there are some design parameters also. So, which should are the parameters? The design consideration naturally vary according to the type of soil. Obviously, हमारी type of soil change हो जाएगी, soil की type, तो हमें design भी उसके accordingly ही करना पड़ेगा. Velocity of flow in the canal should be critical. Okay, जो भी हमारा velocity flow होगा उसको हम critical consider करेंगे. Design of canals, which are known as Kennedy's theory and Lacey's theory, are based on the characteristics of sediment load in canal water. So, on the basis of Kennedy and Lacey's theory, we are going to design these canals, and we have to focus on one characteristic of sedimentation load, which is the load of silt into the water, right? So we have to take it as consideration in. So they are the parameters. Now move to the important terms related to the canal design. So here are some terms which are very much important, like alluvial soil. Obviously, you can we was discuss about this alluvial soil, non-alluvial soil, silt factor, coefficient of rugosity, mean velocity, critical velocity ratio, regime canal, hydraulic mean depth, full supply discharge, and economical section. These all are the very important terms which will be covered in our lectures, right? So take it as consideration. Next, we are going to understand about the alluvial soil. So obviously you all know now what is the alluvial soil. In last lecture we have also discussed about the alluvial soil, but let's recover it, revision it. The soil which is formed by the continuous deposition of silt is known as the alluvial soil. The river carries heavy charge of silt in rainy season. When the river overflows, it banks during the flood. The silt particle get deposited onto the adjoining area. What should it be? If you want to tell us that soil which is formed continuous deposit into soil, our river bed, right, onto the floody season or rainy season, it will be flooded. Water will be flooded. So the deposited silt particle also are overflow from the river, and it will be deposited now onto the nearer area. This deposition of silt continues year after year. So this process will be continue year after year. मतलब हर साल ऐसा होता रहता है, continue process. This type of soil is found in deltaic region of the river. तो हमें पता है 2 से 3 नदियां जहाँ पे इकट्ठा होती है वहाँ पे हमें डेल्टा का रीजन मिलता है. ठीक है, तो ऐसी जगह पे हमें एल्यूवियल सॉइल ज्यादा मिलती है। दिस सॉइल इज परमेबल एंड सॉफ्ट एंड वेरी फर्टाइल। रिवर पासिंग थ्रू दिस टाइप ऑफ सॉइल हैज टेंडेंसी टू चेंज इट्स कोर्स। ऑब्वियसली इस टाइप की जो सॉइल होगी उसकी परमेबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा होगी, नेचर में काफी सॉफ्ट होगी, एंड वेरी फर्टाइल, मतलब वो काफी फर्टाइल रहेगी, वहाँ पे अच्छी मात्रा में हम क्रॉप वगैरह उगा पाएंगे उस टाइप की सॉइल के अंदर। ठीक है, तो ऐसे सॉइल क्या होगी, ऑब्वियसली सॉफ्ट है, तो वहाँ पे जो कोर्स होगा उसका मेन कोर्स, उसके चेंजेस बहुत आएंगे उसके अंदर। मतलब कहीं से सॉफ्ट है तो अपनी रिवर होगी वो डाइवर्ट हो जाएगी, लेटरल्स बहुत ज्यादा मिल जाएंगे, जैसे हमने लास्ट फिगर में आपको दिखाया था। So how it is look, you can see in this figure, alluvial soil will look like this. There are too many course changing, right? Here you can see this is the main course. After some time it will be this. So in alluvial soil this type of phenomena will be happen. It is very normal term. It will change its course every time. So let's talk about the non-alluvial soil. The soil which is formed by the disintegration of rock formation is known as a non-alluvial soil. Obviously, you know it. It is found in the mountains regions of a river. The soil is hard and impermeable in nature. This is non-fertile. The river passing through this type of soil has no tendency to change its course. Obviously, on last lecture we discussed about it. So I am not going to confuse you, right, by discussing too much about it. But in simple terms, वी कैन से दैट जो ये सॉइल होगी उसकी जो क्या है फर्टिलिटी होगी ना, वो नहीं होगी इसमें, जो एल्यूवियल सॉइल में हमें दिखने मिलती है, क्योंकि ये माउंटेन एरिया में से आती है, रॉक का डिसइंटीग्रेशन होकर आती है, तो इसमें फर्टिलिटी बहुत कम रहती है। और हार्ड स्टार्टर रहेगा, रॉकी रीजन है, हार्ड स्टार्टर रहेगा, तो इसमें जो कोर्स की चेंजेस वाली चीज आती है जो एल्यूवियल सॉइल में हमें दिखने मिलती थी, वो यहाँ पे निगलेक्ट हो जाएगी। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे बार बार जो अपना मेन कोर्स है वो चेंज नहीं होगा, सीधी अपनी रिवर जा रही है तो सिंपली उसी एरिया में रिवर का पानी होगा वो मूव करेगा, आजू बाजू नहीं, लिटरल्स नहीं उत्पन्न होगा, लिटरल्स को नहीं जन्म देगा अलग अलग। मैं आपको लास्ट वाली फिगर्स भी दिखाना चाहूंगा कि आप कंफ्यूज ना हो जाए वापस। तो वेट, ये जो आपको मैंने फिगर दिखाई थी लास्ट लेक्चर में, यहाँ पे आप इजीली देख सकते हो जो एल्यूवियल सॉइल होगी उसके जो मेन कोर्स है, मेन कोर्स मतलब क्या कि जहाँ पे वो मेनली वो पानी जा रहा है एक ही डायरेक्शन में, मतलब उसी चैनल थ्रू, ये उसका मेन कोर्स है, समझ रहे हो, ओशन में से या फिर कहीं से भी पानी इसी कोर्स के थ्रू जा रहा है अंदर। यहाँ पे एल्यूवियल सॉइल में क्या होता है कि बहुत सारी हमें लिटरल्स मिल जाती है बीच बीच में, जो वेरी नेगेटिव पॉइंट है उसका। ठीक है, जबकि हमें ये जो माउंटेन रीजन में देखने को मिल रही है नॉन एल्यूवियल सॉइल, ठीक है, उसके अंदर हमें सीधा देखने को मिलता है, ज्यादा यहाँ पे कोई पानी नहीं दिख रहा। देखो ये एरिया एकदम क्लीन है, यहाँ पे भी पूरा क्लीन है, ठीक है, पानी बीच में से ही जाएगा। ये चीज मैं बताना चाह रहा था कि क्या डिफरेंस है दोनों का। नाउ अनदर टर्म इज silt factor. This lecture is it is our last topic, silt factor. Next lecture we are going to cover this all the important terms which can you show on last on your screen, right? So what is silt factor? During the investigation work in various canals in alluvial soil, Gerald Lacy established the effect of silt on the determination of discharge and the canal section. So Lacy introduced a factor which is known as a silt factor. It depends on the mean particle size of a silt. It is denoted by f, small f. The silt factor is determined by the expression small f is equal to 1.76 under root d. D is the mean particle size of silt which is in millimeters. Okay, so into the irrigation canal, गेराल्ड लेसी ने देखा कि जो भी हमारी कैनाल रहती थी उसके अंदर कहीं ना कहीं उसका वॉल्यूम काफी टाइम के बाद जाने के बाद उसका जो डिस्चार्ज का वॉल्यूम रहता था वो डिक्रीज हो जाता था। तो ऐसा होने का रीजन उन्होंने देखा, उनको पता चला कि जो सिल्ट कंटेंट था, जो कहते हैं कि डिपोजिट होता था, ठीक है, पानी के साथ वो सिल्ट पार्टिकल्स थे, वो भी कैनाल के अंदर क्या होते थे, टाइम जाते 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 नीचे सेटल डाउन हो जाते थे। तो जो कैनाल जो हमारी एक्चुअल कैपेसिटी थी वो डे बाय डे क्या होगी, 1 2 3 4 साल 5 साल 6 7 साल के बाद वो धीरे धीरे जाके उसकी कैपेसिटी कम हो जाती थी, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ सिल्ट। तो उसने क्या किया, उसके ऊपर रिसर्च किया और ये एक सिल्ट फैक्टर टर्म एनकाउंटर किया हमारे सामने, और उसका इक्वेशन उससे ये वाला F इज इक्वल टू 1.76 अंडर रूट बी वाला दिया है। ठीक है, उसने कुछ टर्म्स भी बताई उसकी सिल्ट फैक्टर की, जैसे कि पार्टिकल साइज एंड सिल्ट फैक्टर। ठीक है, तो पार्टिकल साइज के आधारित उसने सिल्ट फैक्टर्स भी हमें बताए, जो है वेरी फाइन सिल्ट जिसका पार्टिकल साइज रहता है 0.05 mm तक, तो उसका सिल्ट फैक्टर हमें मिलेगा 0.40 जितना। ठीक है, स्मॉल f वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई स्मॉल f विथ 0.40, राइट। सिल्ट फैक्टर की स्मॉल f है उसकी वैल्यू में 0.40 लेंगे। अगर फाइन सिल्ट होगी तो पार्टिकल साइज उसकी होगी 0.12 mm जितनी, तो सिल्ट फैक्टर मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगा 0.60। और मीडियम सिल्ट होगी तो पार्टिकल साइज रहेगी 0.23 mm और सिल्ट फैक्टर कंसिडर होगा 0.85। और कोर्स सिल्ट मतलब सबसे बड़ी साइज जो हो हमें मिलेगी सिल्ट फैक्टर, सॉरी सिल्ट की पार्टिकल साइज, तो वो होगी 0.32 mm। ठीक है, तब हम जाके सिल्ट फैक्टर 1 कंसिडर करेंगे। तो ये वाला पूरा टेबल हमें लेसी ने इसके बारे में समझा, सिल्ट फैक्टर काउंट करने के लिए। सिंपल 1.76 अंडर रूट डी, ये इक्वेशन में आप डी की वैल्यूज पुट करोगे तो आपको ये वाले सब आंसर्स मिल जाएंगे। ये वाली इक्वेशन में f is equal to 1.76 under root d, d is your particle size, mean particle size, ये वाले 0.05 0.12 0.23 and 0.32। so simply put this value into this equation and find out what is these values is correct or not. Okay, so we stop our lecture here. Hope you can understand. If you don't understand, kindly ask me the question. I will definitely try to solve your queries. So see you into the next lecture here.